Dr. Ellenwood, I was hoping to compile an admittedly rudimentary scrapbook of her life. Something that Betsy could have and hold on to.
Well, I suppose I could make a copy of it.
Oh, that would be wonderful.
Yeah, well, it's very nice meeting you, George.
Likewise.
What are you doing?
What?
Did you just double dip that chip?
Excuse me?
You double dipped the chip.
Double dipped? What are you talking about?
You dipped the chip, you took a bite, and you dipped again.
So?
That's like putting your whole mouth right in the dip. Look, from now on, when you take a chip, just take one dip and end it.
Well, I'm sorry, Timmy. But I don't dip that way.
Oh, you don't, huh?
No. You dip the way you want to dip. I'll dip the way I want to dip.
Give me the chip!
Hey! Get off!
The sun and the air of a shyness that is criminally vulgar. I am the sun and air of nothing in particular. You shut your mouth, how can you say I go about things the wrong way? I am human and I need to belong, just like everybody else does. The sun and the air of a shyness that is criminally vulgar. I am the sun and air of nothing in particular. You shut your mouth, how can you say I go about things the wrong way? Everybody else does. If you'd like to go, you could meet somebody who really loves you. So you go and you stand on your own, and you leave on your own, and you go home and you cry and you want to die.
What's stopping you? Are you too tired? Didn't get enough sleep? Don't have enough energy? Don't have enough time? Is that what's stopping you right now? Don't have enough money? Is that the thing? Or is the thing that's stopping you, you?
Excuses sound best to the person that's making them up. Stop feeling sorry for yourself. Get off the pity potty. Telling everybody your sad and sob stories, trying to get people to show up to your pity potties and your pity parades. If you ever see me in a Rolls Royce, a 6 or 7 star hotel, living my life to the fullest, don't get jealous of me, because I worked my ass off to get it. Nobody handed me nothing. Wake your ass up. Awaken the beast inside. It's game on. It's go season. It's time for you to take advantage of the access and the resources that you have in your country and your community. You got a problem with your life. You got a problem with your environment. Do something about it. If you want it, go get it.
Recognize the excuses are not valid. They're conjured up, they're fabricated, they're lies. And how do you stop the lies? You stop the lies with the truth. And the truth is, you have time. You have the skill, you have the knowledge and the support and the willpower and the discipline to get it done.
The fruit of everything good in life begins with a challenge. Everything is uphill that's worthwhile. And it's not going to come to you, and it's not going to fall in your lap, and it's not going to be something that, oh my God, it just was so simple. It's always going to be difficult.
If you want it, you gotta go get it.
This is your chance. This is your shot. This is your moment. This is your time. This is your place. This is your opportunity.
This is my time. This is my moment. Tomorrow. Ain't no such thing as tomorrow. We only got today. It's your dream. If you wanted to have it, get your butt up and make it happen. If you wanted to have it, rise and grind.
You still got work to do. Stay on that basketball court. Stay on that football field. It's grind season, homie.
Welcome everybody to tonight's training / prospect, whatever you want to call it, call. One thing I wanted to start with tonight is I get the question so many times, how do I build this? How do I build that? How do I share this with so-and-so? How do I share this with whoever, whatever? And it really all comes down to one thing. It's personal improvement. It's first we have to make the choice. And we have to choose, are we in or are we out? What is it that we want to accomplish with our network? Well, what are we trying to do? Do we want a business? Do we want a hobby? Do we want life-changing income? Do we want recreational income? What is it that we want? And when we figure out what it is we want, then we want to ask ourselves, what are we going to do with it? You know, are we going to turn around and help others? Are we going to go buy a nice house, a nice car? Well, what are we going to do? We've got to find our purpose, our why, and we've got to make that decision. Success and failure, I tell my kids this all the time. There's a fine line between success and failure, and it's a choice. It's what you wake up every morning, you make a decision. And every time you make that decision, you've got to live with that, whatever that decision is. And it's almost a daily decision. You've got to, you can set goals, you can write stuff down, you can say, I'm going to do this, I'm going to do that, but you still go to bed that night, you still go to sleep, and you still wake up the next morning, and it starts all over again. And whatever you do, starting that morning, it sets the course for the rest of the day. And it is a grind. It is, success is a hard road, but it's so worth it. It's so wonderful when you've accomplished it because you feel good about yourself. I always grew up, I never wanted anybody to hand me anything. I never did. I always thought, you know what, if millions of people lived before me and they can get this and that, why can't I? What makes them any different than me? And really all it boils down to is a mindset and a drive and a passion or whatever you want to call it. You've got to learn this business inside and out. You've got to learn every aspect. And then when you sell it and you approach people, the best salespeople in the world are the best listeners. You need to listen to what people are telling you. You need to listen to your prospects, to your members, to everyone. And then you've got to formulate a plan. What are you going to do with this individual? But listening is essential. It is very important. We offer something that is so unique to the marketplace, has so many verticals. Last night I shared a testimonial for my daughter in her car. She saved 24% off of the place I typically go to. I bought my last 7 or 8 cars at the same place, and yesterday she had the contract come in. She had everything signed. We're going to the bank tomorrow to finalize everything, and the car will be delivered within the next couple of days, and she loves it. She's extremely happy. She saved 24% on a car. Now, that's one item, and if you add it up, it's almost $3,200. And it's amazing because we tell this to people, we share it with people, and they want to see more. They want to see more, or we want to see more. And I sit there and I think to myself, I don't know what else we can possibly show people other than show them that it is possible for them to find success in this company, in this business. I've been a member of our network now for as long as many of you have, 2.5 months, and I've done very well with it. And it's just getting better and better. Our team's growing like crazy, but at the same time, on this team, you know, we can do better. We can always do better. When I wake up every morning, I always tell myself I can do better. I was in the office today with Richard and Kevin, and you know, they saw how many members we have, and they said, "You're doing a really good job." And I said, "You know what? Not good enough." I'm always pushing myself a little harder because I just have that mindset. And if we can all get to that mindset, it's a great place to be, and it becomes fun. You can do a lot of stuff. The human beings can do a lot more than they think they can, but they've got to believe it. And one thing I ask myself this question every morning. When this card goes viral, because it will, I truly believe it will, where will I be? So where will you be when this card goes viral? We've got 5 months before this card comes out, and it is just an amazing piece of technology. We've all seen the video numerous times, and it's phenomenal to be able to have this opportunity to have this in front of us. And let me kind of explain how this works a little bit. One of the reasons I believe this card will go viral, it's amazing what we're doing for the customers. I was speaking with the gentleman this morning, and I said, "John, what attracted me to our network more than anything else is the fact that a customer can come in. People at the very bottom of the line can still make money. That's not typical in network marketing. People at the very bottom can make money. That's not normal. There are no diamonds, there are no double diamonds and triple this and triple that. They don't have that. There are charter members and there are customers, and that's it. Charter members can make more than customers, but customers can make money too. And customers have a lot of incentive to refer other customers to the tune of $25 for everyone they refer, and they receive a percentage of their debit swipes. It's just absolutely amazing. And so when you look at charts like this, normally you say, okay, if one person gets 3 and they get 3 and they get 3, you roll your eyes and you're thinking, oh my goodness, here we go again. But we're talking about customers here. When a customer pulls that card out of his or her pocket and they swipe that, and people see it and they see all these cool gadgets on there, and you know, they can tell them, oh, you know what, I'm actually saving money when I swipe. I get a discount at the store, I get a discount here, I get a discount there, all because I have this card. Then you ask yourself, can that customer get 3 customers? Can that customer get 3 people that will never pay a monthly fee, yet will save money at many hundreds of thousands of, potentially hundreds of thousands of places they swipe at? Will that customer be able to get 3 customers if we pay him $25 to do it? And I found out today too, I didn't realize this, that charter members also receive Whenever a customer refers to another customer, that customer is paid $25. $10 more goes up the team bonus structure. So charter members also receive $1 every time a customer below you purchases a card from another customer. You're paid $1. I didn't even know that till today, though. So that's really cool. So that's something new. Just throw that out there. But this is very duplicatable, and it's amazing what corporate is doing. Another thing they're doing that I'm ecstatic about, and I keep reaching out to the members on my team who may be inactive or maybe unplugged or whatever, and say, get active. Because I was talking to Richard and Kevin today, and they've looked me right in the eyes and said, we do not want any dead positions. We want a full matrix. We want this to work for everybody. So what we're going to do is we're going to auction those spots off, those positions. This is how it works. Once a position goes dead, and it's dead for 90 days, they'll receive an email, they'll receive notice. I think they have X amount of days, 5 days, 10 days, whatever it may be, that you need to activate or your spot will be taken and you will not be able to ever sign up again as a charter member. You will lose your position and you will lose the opportunity to become a charter member in our network. After that, they will auction that off. What if that was one of my directs? For example, what if I had 10 in the personally enrolled network and somebody dropped out and now I only have 9? I'm thinking, oh gosh, I've got to go find somebody else and get back up to 10. If corporate auctions that position off and somebody purchases that position, and that was my person who dropped off, I get the sponsorship back. So now I've got 10 in the pen again. So corporate, not only are they going to market it and build this crazy cool, robust system for auctioning, they're going to give that sponsorship right back to the person who lost it in the first place. How cool is that? That, to me, screams how much corporate cares about the members and about us. That kind of stuff keeps your team growing. That keeps your line moving. That keeps your charter member base, and it keeps everybody. And the cool thing is, the people that purchase those positions, they're auctioning for those positions. They may be pretty motivated. Then they've got to get in there and they've got to get their 10 people too. Because even if they have people underneath them and they purchase that position, they're not going to make any income. They won't make commission on those people unless they unlock those levels. So they have to go in there just like everybody else, and they've got to get their 10. Everybody's got to get 10 to unlock all 10 levels. Obviously, you can make money with 1 tier, 2 tiers, 3 tiers, and so on. You can make money as a customer with 0 tiers. You just get some customers and go straight line. But it's just phenomenal that we are in front of something that has given us the ability to make money so many different ways. And so when people ask me, well, how do you approach so-and-so, and how do you talk to this guy and that guy, it's a different conversation every single time. I'm just listening to see what they're interested in. Are they interested in cars? Are they interested in the medical stuff? Are they interested in the platform for savings? Do they like the hotels? Do they like the other travel? What do they want? What do they want? Because guess what? We've got a lot. Are they interested more on the customer side and just a card? Are they interested in the charter member side? What do they want? That's what we need to do. We need to gauge that as members and say, all right, if this is what you want, this is what I'll share with you. Don't share everything else yet. Figure out what they want and fill their need. Once you fill their need, then you build up to it. Then you can say, all right, now that you've got this, guess what else you could do? And I'm going to show you something really slick and cool, what we're doing with our team website and our marketing. It's coming together nicely, so I just sent a link to it to my directs, and they really liked it, seems like. And we're just getting started with that site. But there's a lot of people you can target with this. Social media, testimonials, businesses, all that, paid ads, Facebook. We've gone over trainings on Facebook numerous times. I know Dave does a lot of great social media trainings, so thank you for doing that. Just a lot of things. Spending time with your team is a big one. And finding people that are like-minded right now. When January comes, the masses are coming. That's going to happen. Customers are going to come. We should all get customers. If we try, we should all get customers. But in the meantime, what we want to do is we want to look for the people who want to treat this like a business. We don't want to find people just to sign up to have a body. We want people that want to treat this like a business and who can see it, but we need to learn to present it like a business, like a real opportunity and what this is. and not get caught up on one little thing or another. And that's very important to be able to do. So let's talk about social media a little bit, and let's talk about ads and how they work and what social media really is. Social media is social interaction. Social media is engagement. Social media is somewhere people go to have conversations, to strike up fun, to be entertained, all sorts of different reasons, not to be sold on your team. That's not what social media is. I see every single day. In fact, I receive, I won't even tell you how many messages I receive in a day. A lot. And I receive a lot of solicitations as well, on top of other messages, and hundreds of messages a day. And I scour the internet quite a bit, and I look at different ads, and I look at different things. And anytime I see come join my team, or earn passive income here, or looking for 10 leaders and things, I just kind of say, yeah, no. I mean, in my opinion, no. Why? Because you're selling. You're selling too hard. I want to share testimonials and personal experiences and share cool things with my friends and things that made me happy and things that made me excited with my friends. Not that, hey, join this club and earn $200 a day, guaranteed, earn $500 a day. So-and-so just started this and earn X amount a day. No, those are gimmicks. Those are lines. Those are sales lines, and people just don't respond to them anymore. Not very often. I mean, you may get a couple responses here and there, and that's fine, but that's not a long-term good business model. What you want to do is you want to say, share the testimonial. I'm waiting for my other car. My daughter just saved 24%. I didn't even put that on social media yet. I'm waiting to get my truck. Then I'll take both of them together. Now I've got 2 testimonials, which is even more powerful. Then I'm going to go to Facebook and say, holy cow, guys, check this out. I just saved X amount on my truck. My daughter just saved X amount of money. Oh my goodness, you've got to check out what we're doing, how we're saving this money. That's what I'm going to post. I'm not mentioning our network. I'm not mentioning anything. And I'm not giving them that information right off the bat. Because what happens, people will go Google it and they'll see some kind of person writing something negative. Then they'll come to their own conclusion and say, oh no, that's not for me. But what am I sharing? I'm sharing I just saved money on a car. So why would I have them Google our network? I'm sharing with them, oh my gosh, I'm getting gift cards for 20% off, 25% off, 30% off, whatever it may be. I keep getting all these gift cards for all these huge discounts. Those are coming soon, by the way. And that's the kind of stuff I want to lead with, and I want to create a conversation. I want to start a conversation with people. And then just talk to them like, brother to sister or whatever, friend to friend. Just talk to them. And then start listening, and then listen for those things that, when they say, well, that's really cool about the cars. How did you get that car exactly? Oh, well, let me show you. This is what I was able to do. And then I show them the car, the part. I just talked to them about the cars. I don't talk to them about the matrix. I don't talk to them about anything else but the cars. I get really excited about that. And I said, and the cool part is this. After you save money on your car, you know what? You can save money on more things as well. It's not just cars. I've also saved money on hotels. I've saved money on shopping. I've saved money on this and this and that and that and that. And they're thinking, holy cow, what is it that you're doing? Then you go in and give them a little bit more information, a little bit more, and then they close the deal. And that's how you do it. Half the signups I've had, let's say even more than half, I didn't even go over the compensation plan in the first probably 1 or 2 discussions. I never even mentioned it. Never mentioned the 3x10 matrix. I hardly ever do on the first call with anybody. I never talk about it. Why would I talk about that? Let's talk about the product. Every business in the world needs a couple things. It needs a real product, a service. It needs to have a sustainable product that's in demand. Something that can go viral is very nice. And it needs good retention. And we've got that. We don't need the matrix for great retention. We don't need the matrix for a great product. That stuff's all secondary. That you should never lead with that stuff. Lead with our products, our savings, your testimonials, all of that stuff. That's what you lead with. That's what you focus. 90% of that conversation is on that. All the rest of the stuff is just all that extra. It's just semantics, whatever. It's just all extra. That's all it is. Because Yeah, the matrix is there, this and that. That's cool. But look, here's the meat and potatoes. This is what we offer. This is what we have. All these different discount clubs. I'm really excited when I went to corporate today, spent some time there. Asked a lot of questions because I'm building out the marketing for this team. All this stuff coming down the line. And I know Richard and Kevin, they just looked at us and again said, we do not want any vacant spots. No vacant positions. We're going to do everything we can do to auction those off if they go bad. And I'm telling people, reach out your teams and do not allow them to be purged out when that happens, because that real estate is worth something. That is valuable. When you see what corporate's doing on marketing, you see what I'm doing on marketing and others, it's valuable. And this is growing really fast and the card's not even here until January. Wait until that card comes out. You think that person you signed up is going to be happy when that card comes out and they see their neighbor swiping it, or their neighbor's neighbor, and half the people in their neighborhood eventually swiping that card? What are they going to be thinking? They're going to think, gosh, I wish you would have pushed me a little more. I mean, it's on them. I mean, I get it. I totally get it. It's their fault. But it's okay to tell them, say, look, you may want to rethink this one, and you may want to stay active and do what it takes to really participate in this, because this is something special, and this is not something that comes around every day. This is so different and unique than anything I've ever seen before. This is not even close. And the cool thing is, again, we're only in phase 1 and phase 12. So when I look at a business and I say, all right, I can also make money off of other businesses, and I'm not selling any. What am I selling to another company? I'm saying, hey, you can have this card as a payroll card. You can have, the mom and pop companies, talk about them. You can do free advertising, free word of mouth marketing. We know about that. That's coming out pretty soon. And again, I don't give exact timelines because there's programming. It's got to be put from the head to the paper to the computer. A lot of things are being programmed right now. Think about how many things are being programmed right now. Our money, so we can pay our international friends and pay everybody around the world, and we can pay ourselves internationally easier. So our money is still being programmed. It's almost there. We've got our gift cards, our auto, our benefits, all the REVVolution suite, the pricing, the a la carte, all this stuff still being programmed in, all while setting up the banks, linking the systems between our system and the bank system. All that stuff is going on. So one thing at a time, we need to get this done, get this done, get this done. Interviews going on, screening merchants. There's so much going on behind the scenes, it's not even funny. And the cool thing is they're constantly thinking of more ways to put more money into our members' pockets while at the same time saving you more money. But how cool is it if you go in there and you can offer business that's something that would make their employees happy? You know how many employees, especially millennials, would love it if their employer got them this card. They bought a card for them, and then they're swiping and they're saving money at over 370,000 plus merchants and growing and growing and growing. That employee is going to be pretty happy. The employer is going to be really happy too, because guess that? That employer is collecting commissions while their happy employee is swiping. It's a win-win all the way around. And I'm sitting there to myself and I'm thinking, okay, I'm paying $38 a month. I already saved more than that every month. I just saved almost $3,200 on a car. I'm set. I'm set for the next 7 years. I don't have to save another penny, and I'm set for the next 7 years. So, and I've got another car coming this week. And the auto, that'll be out soon. We're going to have a couple more cars go through. They're fine-tuning everything. This thing is amazing, and it's been a seamless process. It's been easy. I didn't have to go anywhere. I never left the house. I just get a couple emails here and there, a couple texts here and there. Yes, no, this is what I want. This is what I'm looking for. Mileage, color, go through it. Here's a car. And guess what? The concierge gets paid the same amount regardless of what car he sells you. So he can sell you an $80,000 car or a $10,000 car. And guess what? He gets paid the same. So there's no hard sell. There's no just aggressive and just selfish person sitting there trying to push you this way or that. He doesn't care. He just wants you to be happy. That's what this experience has been. It was so seamless for my daughter who just got in this major accident. She was stressed out of her mind, and this has been seamless. And she saved, again, 24% on her car. Thank you, rNetwork. Thank you, our auto. It was amazing. And so when I go to sell this thing, I'm not selling anybody anything. I'm just sharing my experiences with it. Now, I get it. If you're not in the US yet, you're waiting for things, and that's fine, and we're selling the vision of it for now, but that's going to change very soon. Our auto is international. It's all over the world. They'll ship cars from the US to you if you need them to. And you'll still get them for less expensive than if you're buying where you're at. There's a lot of things they're doing on our auto, from the financing, and I'm going to let corporate get into all of that, how that works. I'm not going to let the cat out of the bag on that. But it's just amazing. And then I think about how much interest did my daughter save over a 5-year loan. If she saved 24% on a regular purchase of that vehicle where we normally buy cars, how much interest did she save on top of the thousands of dollars she saved? Add all that up. I bet she's saving over $38 a month in interest. You know, I mean, this thing is just getting better and better and better and better. But that's how we approach people with it. It's a value. What value can they see in this? What's going to capture their attention? Is it the cars? Is it the online shopping? Is it the card itself? Is it a little bit of everything? What is it? That's what we focus on. That's how we sell it. When we place our ads, we fish. We call it fishing. You talk about auto. You talk about this. You talk about it. And then you say, well, it's not here yet. Well, it's very close. Then wait till it's here. That's okay. We all have to wait. We all have to wait for these things. We're all in the same boat. We're all in the same ship. Some of us are more aggressive than others, and that's fine. Some of us take a while and want to soak it all in, and that's okay too. But the point is, we're all in the same business. We all have the exact same opportunity. All of us. What are you going to do with that opportunity? That's what it boils down to. If you want to build a big team, then go out and build a big team. Don't let yourself stop you. You've got to see the entire vision of this thing. You've got to see, the customers are paid on this, and it's phenomenal because that helps with retention. But the charter members are paid on all of it. So you start you kind of peel that layer back, peel it back a little bit. You see a little bit more, don't you? And then you look at it a little bit closer, and you start seeing a little bit more, and then the full picture comes out. You're thinking, wow, I get it. I get the vision. What is our network? We're leveraging members. And the more members we have, the bigger it gets, the better it gets. When we talk about what we want to do, why do you think we're paying customers $25 to refer a card, I'm stuck on our auto, a card to someone else, and give them 10 basis points on debit swipes? Why are we doing that? And not just giving it all up to the upline. Old school, the old way of thinking is, hey, give that all to the upline. They earned it all. No, give it to the customers because that's retention. It will retain customers. If your customers leave because your customers are not making money or they're not seeing a benefit in the card or whatever it may be, they leave and you have to keep getting new customers. If you want your customer base to grow, then you incentivize your customer base. We still get paid $10 up the TBS. It's not like we're not getting anything. But we are still getting paid up the TBS, but our customers are happy, and they're going to go out and share this thing like crazy, like the wind. Because A, they're saving money, and B, we're paying them to share it, and they don't have to pay anything at all each month. Think of every business you have ever had where you've had a customer base, especially in network marketing. They have to buy from you over and over and over again. And guess what? Sometimes you have to sell X amount of product before you even qualify for commissions. I worked at a bank years ago, and I had to receive, we went on a point system. I had to receive 8,000 points a month just to be commission qualified. Then every 500 points after that, I can get a little more commission, a little more commission, a little more commission. I saw that, and I took it as a challenge. So what did I do? I'm crazy. So I went out there. I just left the bank every day. I used to log into the bank. Where I walk into the bank, I'd clock in. And I would leave, and I wouldn't come back until I was almost, work was over. And guess what? My manager never yelled at me. He did not care. Why? Because I was closing more deals than any other banker in the entire area. Because didn't know what I was doing. I was out there knocking doors. I was going to car dealerships for auto loans. I was going to the military guys. We had something called U-Bank at work. I worked at U.S. Bank. And if you have a direct deposit, you save 0.5% on your interest rate back then. That's when direct deposit was just coming out, becoming popular. And so my brother was in the military, and we were just talking one day, and he just said, "Oh, I've got to go get. I just got paid." And I'm like, "What do you mean you just got paid?" And again, direct deposit was new. So I just got paid. I'm like, "How?" And he talked about direct deposit, and I said, "Oh yeah, my bank offers that." I think I was brand new to this bank, and I said, "Well, are you able to get a check too? Like, do you get a choice?" I said, no. In the military, it's all direct deposit. We don't have a choice. You're military, you're direct deposit. The lights just went right off in my head. I thought, ding, ding, ding. And I went out and I went to my manager the next day. I said, you know what? I'm going to recruit every stinking military new person who signs up for the Army, Air Force, Navy, Marines, all of them, and I'm bringing them to U.S. Bank. And I said, you watch me. And I went out there. I took my butt right out that door. I went to every recruiter in the Valley, talked to all of them. And this was what most of them said. Do they get a debit card? Because we may be shipping this guy to this place and this guy. As long as they get a debit card, sure, we'll refund to you. They get 0.5% off their interest. That's great. And you would not believe how many 18, 19, 20, 20-year-old, 21-year-olds walk into my office every single day in military gear saying, hey, I need to talk to John. I'm here to open a bank account. I would get account after account after account. And then guess what? I get their auto loans, and then I get their home loans. And since I wasn't, at the time, I didn't do mortgages, I would refer it off, but I'd get some kind of step for referring it. I was closing more loans. After 6 months at that bank, I closed more loans than anybody in the entire company, on average, a month. I was the #1 guy. And half my job, I was supposed to be on the teller line half the day, and the other day I was supposed to be just putting deals, opening new accounts or getting small loans and referring the big loans to the loan officers. And my 8,000 points a month I needed, I was averaging over 50,000 points a month. Why? Because I saw that opportunity and I said, hey, I don't want a ceiling on myself. I'm going to find out what it is. I see the full vision of this. My checks got pretty big. For a little 20, I was 22 years old, something like that. And, still had freckles all over the face, little zits, or whatever you want to call them. Just, just a kid. But I saw that vision and I thought, why in the world? The only person that's going to stop me from the ceiling is me. That's it. I'm the only one standing in my way. So I'm like, I'm going to walk out that front door and I'm going to build a business with this bank. And that's what I did. And I've taken that approach everywhere I've ever gone. And that's the approach our team needs to get to. You need to get to this. You need to realize you are your own business owner. You own this business. You own part of our network. Your membership is your company. You're the CEO of your membership. So own it. It's you. It's all you. So what are we going to do? And I'll wrap this up for you. Don't want to keep you too long. Fusion, the Fusion Project. Just ecstatic about this. These are 3 of the 5. There's a couple more pictures now. We're working on this. Let me kind of explain what we're doing here. Building the website. It's almost done. It could go live this week, but let's say next to be safe, because I'm waiting for corporate to finalize a couple things and give me more content and everything for the RAuto and things of that sort. But we'll go live with what we have, and then we'll put coming soon on whatever pages we need to or whatnot. And so I'm meeting with them again on Thursday to put a lot more content and everything in there. But what we're doing is really cool. And when you do your marketing, feel free to copycat and do this kind of stuff. If you look at these photos on here, and you look at any of the 3, and only one photo shows up on the screen on our website one time. You see the card, and you see all the different verticals coming out of the card. And you see that little top right-hand corner of the card, that's the design that we just blew up onto the screen. And you see discount auto, discount this, discount that. What am I doing? I'm trying to get them interested in something. I'm not talking about the matrix. Do you see the matrix on there? No. Do you see any of the dynamic compression on there? No. You don't see any of that stuff. You're leading. This is a business. I'm leading with the products. They select a product. So say they go to discount auto, click, go right to my discount auto page. You think all they're going to see is discount auto? No. Have you ever shopped at Amazon and you purchase an item and it says, thank you for your purchase. Other people that have purchased this item have also purchased these items. And then go right across the bottom. Go to iTunes, purchase a song. If you like this song, you may also like these songs. That's how the professionals do it. We are doing professional marketing with this team, and I want people to learn how to do this stuff as much as you can, whatever you're comfortable with. But here's the thing. You can sell it this way too. Sell it the way we're displaying it online. Everything I teach, everything I train, I do myself. I don't make any of this stuff up. If I don't teach it, I don't do it. So they click on our auto or discount cars. They go, because they don't know it's called our auto yet. They click on discount cars. It's going to show them everything about our auto. You can get here. Here's my testimonials. Here's this and this and this. Here's a little video. Corporate's cool. They're going to put little video with everything. Short, because I told them, I don't want a long video, just short. But I'd rather have content and call to action, all that stuff. I said, but on that our auto page, we're going to see for X amount of dollars a month, you can be part of our auto club. And we'll get the pricing from corporate and everything. We'll put that on there. But on that same page, I'm going to say, or you can save on all of this as a charter member. Sign up today. Click here. And it's going to say our benefits, our gift cards, our this, our that, our portal, our travel, our done. And we're just going to just tease and tease and tease. Every single stinking back page of my website will have every other vertical on it. So when they purchase one, they can see all the other ones and say, oh my gosh, for another $10 a month, why would I limit myself to a customer? Why wouldn't I just get this? But I'm taking them there, directing them there through what they're interested in. So they're interested in one thing, and I'm upselling them. Would you like fries with that? Would you like that super size? We ever hear that? Every job I've ever had in sales, you upsell, 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 upsell. This is the same concept. But what's cool about what we're doing, and on your capture pages and everything else, you get them interested in one item. They get that, because if you try to sell them on everything all at once, it's too overwhelming. They're like, oh my gosh, I've got a headache. I need $38 just for some flipping medicine because my head's booming. That's what they do. Get them interested in one thing and walk them through it. Then get them comfortable with that and then upsell them later. It's fine. That's all we're doing here with this marketing. We're going to tie this into social media. We're going to be all over the place with this thing. We're doing a lot. And this is our phase one of our marketing. Wait until everything rolls out with what we're going to do. It's going to be fun to watch. It's going to be fun to be a part of. But that's how it's done. We have strong products. Own it. You know we have strong products. We have amazing products. Every single product we have, most of them I can almost say, actually I can confidently say, we could start a business just off the hotels. You know, I was listening to Dave. And so Dave, if you're listening to this, I'm giving you a shout out because I think you're amazing. I listen to your stuff a lot as well. He was talking about the travel thing he did. And our hotels are better than the rates a lot of these other places were giving, and they charged a lot more money. And that's only one aspect of what we do. And then some people give up. They'll say, well, none of my friends travel. Well, first of all, how do you know what your friends do on a day-to-day? Unless you're, following them around with cameras, that's a little creepy. Unless you're doing that, you don't know what they do 24/7. They may travel, or they may know some people who travel. Or, who knows? Or, what if 2 days after you talk to them, they run into somebody who travels a lot, and they're thinking, oh, gosh, what was that travel thing? What if they say no, but they refer somebody to you? You know what? After I bought my daughter a car, I've had 4 people that work with my daughter all wanting to talk to me about buying a car. 4 people. I have no clue who they are yet. I set an appointment to go talk to them tomorrow. I'm not leaving there unless you're charter members, because trust me, they'll be charter members. But they all want cars. Because my daughter bought a car. My daughter doesn't, she's 20 years old. She's going to college. She's going into nursing, and it's amazing what she's doing. She's not a salesperson at all. She bought a car through our network, and now she's got 4 people interested in a car through our network. I can potentially help her get 4 charter members, just like that. From the cars, not the matrix, the cars. Or whatever it may be. Look at how powerful this is. That's what we've got to think about. We have so many verticals, somebody's going to get hooked on something, whatever that something may be. I'm afraid to tell you about the other stuff, so I won't. But there's more verticals coming. There's more things coming, which is extremely exciting. But be patient. Know it's coming. I always tell people this. If a program takes a long time, sit on a computer, start playing with the keys, and try to program something. It does take a long time. It's not as easy as you think. We can't just come up with what I did today and it's implemented tomorrow. Things take a lot of time, but all this stuff is being put in and it is being pushed up. The back office, from corporate, it's going to look amazing. Everything they're doing is going to look great. You know, we set the bar pretty high for them, didn't we? I mean, they've got to beat this. They've got to beat what our website's going to look like. Our website's going to look great. So they better come off and say, all right, guys, let's do it. Game on, game on. Let's see how great you guys look. And we'll push each other. That only helps you. So we want to take everything top notch and everything like that. But again, lead with the product. Be the product right here. Times are changing. January 6th. If you wait a while, you lose that opportunity to share that card right there. That's gone. Then you lose the opportunity to share that card. Then that one. Then that one. And you sit on it now, oh gosh, then you lose the opportunity to sell any card. Don't sit on this. Don't wait. Don't sit there and come up with an excuse. Learn this inside and out, frontwards and backwards, and learn how to present by listening to the people you're speaking with, listening to the comments, and you're reading them and really looking at them and listening to what they're saying. That's how you sell it. And your approach with every person should be different, because if it's not different, it means you're not listening, because everybody's different. Everybody's going to come to you with different questions and different concerns or different wants and different needs. So how can your approach be the same approach every time? I can tell you one thing, and I'll let you go. I never do scripts. In my entire life, I absolutely refuse. I've had sales jobs, they handed me a script, and I look at them, and I look them right in the eye, and I hand it right back to them and said, no, thank you. Like, well, no, John, you got to read the script. I'm like, I'm not reading that. And then I go, you've got it. I said, nope, I'm not reading it. And they'll say, well, if you don't read the script, da-da-da. And I said, I'll tell you what. You keep your script. If I don't beat every salesperson on this floor or on this row or wherever I'm at, then I will read your stinking script. Give me a week, and I'll outsell every single one of these guys. And I wouldn't. I'd go out and just, there we go. Because I learned to listen. Scripts are robotic. Scripts are the same. Not everybody's going to, they're going to react differently. They won't react the same. People have their own feelings, their own beliefs, their own, thoughts, their own everything, desires, whatever it may be. You can't go in there as a robot. You can't go in there and sell the same thing to every single person, because they will react differently. Listen, listen, listen. Learn all you can. Become a sponge. Become rNetwork, because if not, this awesome opportunity with all these happy people in it, it'll just slip away, unless you make the decision on where you want to be come January 6th. How many people do you want swiping for you, and what are you going to do about it? How are you going to get to X amount of people and beyond? That is 100% entirely up to what you want to do.